Listen, you're an author. I get it. You're probably stuck trying to figure out, what should I post next? How do I show up? How do I actually build a brand, an author brand, a platform, an audience? This is something that I get a ton of messages on, and I work with a lot of clients that need that kind of support. But I always say things like, look, man, you got to just document what you're doing. You got to be okay with looking a little silly at first. And look, you can't look up and compare yourself to people who have been doing it for years and years and years, right? So we are authors, and especially a lot of us are authorpreneurs. And so for me, what I like to do is I like to document my work. I like to do the thing, whatever it is I'm doing, right? And I like to then share about it, talk about it, exactly what I'm doing in this video. Now, you've even seen me talk about my van. You've talked about my Rising Author Experience podcast that I love so much, but you've also seen me like fail at things and hustle and get things wrong and mess up. And I share a lot of that stuff because I'm not perfect. I'm human. This is the way that I beat the AI algorithm. Look, I use AI, and it's a great tool. It's a fantastic tool. Actually, I've become such a better writer because of it. However, the way there's Rose barking. The way I try to overcome these things is by simply just being human, just being myself, doing the thing that I love to do. When I feel like I'm second guessing myself, when I'm unsure about something, that's actually probably the right time to do that thing. And so even right now, as I'm laying down this sticker and as I'm talking with you, I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying this. I know Rose is being a little ridiculous by barking, but I'm gonna share this video and make it as raw as I possibly can. And the reason for that is I want to show the people that I get to work with on every capacity that, look, everyone can do this. Everyone can document what you're doing. It doesn't need to be perfect. And make something, build something, talk about the very thing that you're doing. Bring the community along. Today, in our modern world, we get to share about, not only what we're working on, but also the idea that what we're working on is also being perfected in a way, and we're trying to get people along the journey with us, right? And when we do that, we gain the very thing that we all love about everyone we admire, which is trust. We need trust. We need to build trust with people that we want for them to read our books. We want them to sign up for our courses, sign up for our consulting or coaching programs. These things are very important because they help build our businesses, especially if they're like side businesses or things like that. The thing to remember is, though, today there is a bombardment of all of these things literally everywhere. So the idea is like, why should I listen to you? Why should I care about what you're doing, what you're building? And the thing is like, if I find a reason, which you can create many reasons, to fall in love with your work, and you gave me some kind of insight, or you shared something real and honest and truthful, that, you know what, I might sign up for your thing. I might actually read your newsletter. I might actually show up to your event or whatever you got going on, because you came off real. You came off authentic in a way that most people are forgetting to be today. And so for me, I like to do interesting things. Interesting things get talked about. And when they get talked about, they attract opportunities. And so, not talked about in a way that's like, oh, that's silly, why is he doing that, or why is he doing this? And I think at the end of the day, it's like, I like to do interesting things because interesting things drive my curiosity, my own curiosity. And when I do them, I try to think about why is this interesting to me? Why is this fun for me? And if I can share that experience with other people, then I think it might interest them in what I'm trying to do and build, right? So at the end of the day, there's nothing perfect. Like, the doing is the perfect. So whether you're building your offer, right? This is something I always tell people, like, if you're building like an offer or a thing, like, gate people to be interested by just texting them, seeing what they're actually into. Let the people give you the feedback. So a lot of people just get frozen in time. They don't want to take action, and they wait for like their book, because the book is perfect and it's going to show them off in a perfect image, and it's all going to be beautiful, and Oprah and everyone else is going to come knocking on their door because they just wrote the perfect thing that everyone in the world needs. And it's like, I'm sorry, like, that might be the case for you. You know, you might actually have something hella dope that everybody wants. The majority of us, like authorpreneurs, don't necessarily have that. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. But the key is like, well, who is interested in this? What makes this interesting that it would make it to Oprah, or it would make it to so-and-so? And, you know, 9 times out of 10, we get so fixated on that thing that we don't actually get to enjoy the work. Or like after the week after the book launches or something, people aren't satisfied. They're not happy. They're not happy with what they made. They get bummed. It's not hitting the New York Times bestseller, and it's not doing what it's supposed to do. And we have all these high expectations of what the book is supposed to do. And when we do that, we sort of, you know, we take the joy out of the beautiful thing we get to do. And when we do that, then there's no room to enjoy the work that we've been up to, that we've been building, that we've spent hundreds of hours on, if not years on. And so, you know, at the end of the day, really understand what matters to you the most. And when you start really thinking about that, a lot of other BS sort of starts to fade, and you can really start to focus on what matters to you the most. And when you do that, you really start to enjoy the process. You start to show up. You start to share your expertise, whether it be on LinkedIn, YouTube, or whatever platform feels right to you. And I think for me, that's my goal. When I work with authors, I try to help them understand that, like, you know, why are you doing this for the long? Like, what could make this really fun? What's unique about your talk? What's unique about your podcast, right? What's unique about something that people will come back to and enjoy and want to come back to and support, better yet, share with other people? And if you can get one person to share a video, if you can get one person to talk about something awesome that's on your website, or if you can get one person to comment or like on your LinkedIn post, then you're onto something. And I always say, like, you're full of knowledge. You're full of wisdom, experiences, stories and in fact, I'm pretty sure that you probably have folders full of stuff that you just haven't put online, right? And so when you start to put yourself out there, you start to become seen. And a lot of people want to be seen as damn near perfect. And you think that your content is not perfect. And that's one of the reasons you're probably not sharing. You fear what people are going to think, what they're going to say, how they're going to say it, what they're going to think about you, what your friends or friends from high school or colleagues. And it's preventing the opportunities to come knocking on your door. I can't tell you how many times I've been hit up on LinkedIn and YouTube and through my website from people that just find my content, who never comment, who never like my stuff, who never engage with it, but they see it every single day. right? And that's what I love. I love being able to show, right? Show my content, show myself, show up, right? That's the most beautiful thing, like just showing up. I can't even tell you how many times people reach out and say, hey, I see your content and I want to work with you, or I got this opportunity, or I got this person who actually needs your support. And you'd be surprised, you'd be shocked as to how many people don't really use LinkedIn to connect with other people. One of my favorite things to do on LinkedIn is, honestly, connecting with people. It's a networking place. So if you just show up and share something that you are interested in, the chances of other people wanting to work with you literally skyrockets. It just skyrockets, because now you are seen. And when you are seen, opportunities come because people know about you. See, that's another thing. Like, we just need to get people to know about you. And when we do that, you're not hiding anymore. There's nothing to hide, right? And look, we're all people. None of us are perfect. Even as I do this sticker, I'm messing up. I'm trying to make it as clean and as perfect as I can. But you know what? I decided to do this video and talk my stuff so that I can share some things as if you're hanging out with me right here. So if I think about it like that, I'm like, well, you know what? It's a big sticker. So what if I mess up? I'm trying to prove a point, and that point is it doesn't have to be perfect. And guess what? If I'm going to attempt it and I'm going to have fun doing it, well, it's like a bonus if I get it all right, you know? And as you watch me put this thing on, I'm basically just trying to preach this message of it's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to show up, learn something, look a little silly doing it. And while we practice, we get better. And when we get better, well, we become sort of, in a way, undeniable at the very thing we're good at. And that's cool. That's important. And your work and your book, they don't have feet. They don't go out there and they don't have a mouth. So you got to be the representative of your work. And who better to represent your work than you? Really, who better to represent your work than you? And showing up on these free platforms that a lot of people say, I don't have time for. Well, okay, you could probably hire somebody. You can hire us. You can hire companies that'll help manage things, but you still kind of have to show up. You still got to kind of help create the content. You got to have a driving force, and you got to know what you look for, because there's a lot of companies and people with personal brands who, they're like, I'm just gonna hire I'm gonna outsource this thing. And I'm like, why? Why outsource it when you could do it yourself? And if you are gonna outsource it, at least outsource it to an organization or a company that has worked with authors, that has experience with authors, especially if you're an author, right? Because they know how to make your message resonate. They know that the fact that you're busy. So right now, I'm struggling with this little thing, and it might not come out clean, but it is what it is. And I am trying my best to make this look as clean as possible. So, if you're out there and you're worried about your content just not being perfect, that's okay. Neither is this little E over here that, going 100 miles an hour. This thing doesn't go that fast. But going down the freeway, I'm not going to worry about it. Not a million people are going to see it and point it out to me. And if they are, okay, maybe I'll do it better next time. because there will be a better and a next time. And like, I'm not gonna leave this forever. In fact, I'll put this little video here. I was trying to make this all, that mint green that I really wanted on the van, kind of make it a two-tone. But man, honestly, I tried to do it myself and I epically failed. Just epic fail, right? So then I was like, okay, I'll see if someone else can do it. And, $3,000 quotes were just not, I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to pay $3,000 when I have a baby coming and I got to take care of my family. And I just don't have that right now. And I don't have somebody investing in this. I don't have if you're out there and you want to invest in a podcast or maybe sponsor a couple of episodes, I would love to talk to you. So if you're out there, holler at your boy. Let's do something dope together. But in the meantime, as I build this, I was like, this needs the logo. Like, it needs the graphic. I love my graphic. I think it's dope and it brings attention to what I'm doing, what I'm building. So I think it's time to do this, to make it right. And I've been sitting on this sticker for forever now, it feels like. And look, you're watching me make this in real time, so just bear with me here. So yeah, like, I am just trying to save the money, save a few dollars here and there, do it myself. I've done vinyl things before, and if there's anything I'm good at, and that's bootstrapping my thing. But look, it looks good. I've spent a lot of money on this van. It's broken down a lot. I've had to put a lot of time, energy, resources, and it's like one day at a time. I've almost wanted to give up on this thing many a times. And, it's part of the process. That's okay. Like, it's part of the wanting to give up process, and you just somehow, some way, just kind of keep going and figure out what to do next. And it's just like this little layer right here. It's constant. It's constant layers. It's constantly trying to get it right. There is no right or wrong, but there's really just trying to figure out and put the pieces to this magnificent puzzle. And, trying to line things up. Even as I do this, I'm like, man, please fall into place. Fall into place. Look, this stuff is hard. Again, got a family coming, a little baby coming, and I'm excited. And I'm just trying to figure out the right things to do. But we can't be scared to try things, man. See so many authors, sadly, struggle with the fear of trying things and messing up. Look, you gotta break out of that fear, because how are people gonna discover you? How are people gonna believe you? Even if you got an amazing story in your book, like, you gotta do something where, like, people believe you. People really get the thing that you're doing and say, yeah, like, I get that. I believe that. That's amazing. So let's see if we can peel this off and see if we can get it right. So, if you're out there and you're struggling for whatever reason, you've been watching this video for this long, and trying to figure out if I'm going to get this all right, believe me, we are all struggling with something. No one is perfect by any means. No one's perfect by any means. And you have to put yourself out there. Like, it's the key, I'm telling you, it's the key to breaking through and earning the opportunities that you believe you not only need, but also deserve. There's no excuses. There's so many opportunities out there, and I'm a believer in that. Opportunities are for everyone, and they come to the people who show up. If you're showing up and you're not getting opportunities, hit me up. I'm happy to help. Happy to support. And just like that, we got that piece on there. That looks good. I'm very proud of myself. I almost missed it like a couple of times. Okay, so just like that, we have our second layer. Very important. Okay, looks good. Looks clean. Ooh, that came out perfect. But look, it's trial and error, man. It's everything in life. Trial and error. You got to figure it out. You got to show up. You got to try, attempt. You know, like, I don't love how this C and the X came out, but you know what? We're here. It's all good. It's all good. We're trying. That's all I care about. We got to try. If we don't try, if you're not trying, I don't know. We got work to do, right? So if we're not trying, we got work to do, because trying is everything. Trying is perfect. That's my reality. Me trying is my version of perfect. Somebody else said that, but you know what I'm trying to say here. Me trying is me figuring it out. And this rose fist is my favorite part, but we gotta really line this up about as clean as we can get it. And it's just like a sticker on top of a sticker on top of a sticker. Man. Okay. Let's see if we can do this in an epic way right here. Okay, let's see. Just like that. We got our logo on here, and it looks about as clean as I can get it. Let me get a zoom in. There's the logo looking fire on the van. Wow. So as you're building something, document it. If you're writing a book, talk about it. Right now I'm working on The Garden Warrior, but I'm sort of also taking a side quest and probably going to launch a book called Rising Entrepreneurs. And to help the people that keep reaching out for more insights, deeper insights, give them a really, like a full guide. And I've been thinking a lot about that. So look, there's opportunities. Those opportunities come when people ask. And if people are asking for something, then that means they want it. They'll probably pay for it. They'll probably sign up for it. And so, whatever it is you're building out there, take this as an example. Just try it, document it, talk about it, share with people. It's not going to be perfect. Like, I promise you it's not going to be perfect. But if you're not a camera person, if you're not a video person, then you better start writing. And if you're not a writing type of person, that's cool. Even if you have somebody ghostwrite your book, whatever, make videos. Like, lean into video. Like, figure, it's not that it's hard, it's that we prevent ourselves from doing it because we think it's hard. I'm literally talking on my cell phone right now. I'm making a video on my cell phone, sharing this content because I just had an idea. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put this logo on my van and it's gonna look cool, and I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna share about the fears that a lot of authors have when it comes to this stuff, and feeling like it needs to be perfect, feeling like they need to have 13 coaches and a perfect plan and a perfect strategy, and once everything is perfect and lined up, then we're gonna launch it and it's gonna be epic. It's all in your head. Like, it's not how it works today. You gotta solicit the idea slowly, let it brew in people's minds, and then hit them with the thing that they really want, plus the creativity, the vision, the thing that you're really trying to do. And so as I build the podcast, as we eventually start getting this thing on the road and like doing episodes, I'm practicing. I'm just trying my best to be a better interviewer. I'm trying my best to listen even further and deeper for the guests that do come in here, and for the guests that come and do virtual podcast episodes with me. I'm just trying to invite and learn as much as I can from people. I'm trying to highlight things that would be really good in an interview. So even with this, as I'm building this, it's not just a physical thing, it's also a mental thing for me, right? So when I get my next big guest, when I get my next big client or author, I'm trying to also weave this into monetizing opportunities. So there's a lot to learn here, and I have years to build on this. This is not a one-day thing, a 10-day thing, a launch, a campaign. This is a project. Like, the podcast is a long-term project that feeds into the rest of the content that I get to build and create. Because the ultimate goal is trust. The ultimate goal of everything you're trying to do as an author is for people to build credibility and authority. So you can do that in so many different ways. So if this was helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I hope to continue creating more awesome content. Stay tuned. There's always more of this stuff, more of the journey. Y'all take care. Peace.